Earlier in the show, we talked about, well, a lot of stuff, but you wake up and you don't know a language that you used to know, or you have an accent that you didn't have, or you have some sort of special skill that you didn't have. So that's in part one of the podcast, but I have another story. A 47-year-old woman from Western France has been speaking with a distinctively English accent ever since she had her tonsils removed 14 years ago. So this is not even brain.
It's not brain.
Because earlier it was brain. This is tonsils removed. She's a cashier. She doesn't speak English. She only knows some basic words that she learned in school decades ago. But hearing her speak in her native tongue, you would have believed she was born in England. For 14 years, she's been speaking with an English accent that makes most people think she is English.
Wow.
The truth is stranger than that. She's 47 years old. She has been stuck with her English accent after she woke up from a tonsil removal surgery. Her children had gone through the same procedure, and they talked in a nasal voice, but it went away after a few days. So she wasn't too worried in the beginning, but as weeks passed, her weird accent remained just as strong. 3 months later, they went to see the doctor, and they were like, what's even going on with you? And she was like, yeah, I have this accent. Doctor didn't believe her. Eventually, she was diagnosed with, do you remember what it's called?
I don't.
Foreign accent syndrome.
Oh, yeah. FAS. Yeah, FAS.
An extremely rare condition that can be caused by an accident, a stroke, or an operation.
Yeah.
Her medical records show that during her tonsil surgery, an area of the brain was less well irrigated.
So it was brain.
That's what they call it, less well irrigated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not getting...
Dry brain?
It's not getting
Dry sockets.
hydration and
Brain dry socket?
nutrients or
Yeah.
signals.
Oddity Central with that story, but that is crazy that it was after a tonsil surgery, but it does root back to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. I got a bunch of stuff. Amy, what do you have?
Smish, smish.
Hey, she's ready.
Wow.
She's ready. Wow. She's ready today.
Me and Eddie took bets in the
We
bathroom.
had a
Whatever.
bet. I own $5.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I finally have the hang of it now, what
Okay.
we're doing.
Go ahead.
Smish, mish, don't get fished. That should be your new mantra, because did you know that phishing via text message actually has a term, and it's called smishing. And I got a smish message.
Okay, go ahead.
This is definitely not me, because I've not been to any escort service sites
We're not
at
sure of
all.
that.
Okay? So the text message I got, since your profile looks like gentleman, typos, I came to see you for a chat. Can you do that? And I have the number it came from. I haven't called it back or anything, but it's written like they're reaching out to someone who visited like an escort site.
Do you think they've messed up and texted the wrong person, or they're sending that to 10,000 people?
Yeah, and then those that like happened to have gone to an escort
Yeah.
site, they're like, oh, yeah, I can chat. I can do that.
So what do we learn from this?
I just mostly learned after I was Googling, because I was trying to look up if other people, if there's like a known like text scam. And then that's when I came across an article titled Smish, Smish, Don't Get Fished.
I think the text scam is they just present scenarios and send the same scenario to as many numbers as possible and hope somebody responds. I get them all the time. Becky? Question mark? Or, hey, Sean still live there? Or just anything.
Oh, I
and
got
they
one.
want you just to be like, wrong number or something. They're like, oh, sorry, I have this. But what if? And they're just trying to get you to have a conversation with them.
Like you want to eat crab legs tonight?
Yeah, I got, would you like to go to dinner next week? And I replied, yeah, that sounds great. But they never replied. I'm like, well, what happened? Why didn't you want to go out
Crab
to
legs
dinner?
one's interesting.
Crab legs?
What do you think that one's... Do they really want to go get crab legs with
They're
me?
very specific
I
about
figured,
it. Like, I'm like, maybe I do.
yeah. But Lunchbox had a specific one, and didn't we think that, like, we thought it was a...
Pick them up at the airport.
Yeah, pick her up at
Scam,
the airport.
but-
And then Nina, I had to pick up Nina at the airport.
She's still
Poor
there.
Nina
And
needed a
never
ride.
responded.
She's still there with her bags.
I think it's funny that they asked him to go to dinner and he said yes, and they said forget it.
Yeah, they didn't even respond after that. I was like, that sounds great. What would you like to get to eat?
Oh, I had that smish the other day, too, that was like, how's your mom?
You can't make Smish work like that quickly.
I'm really trying.
I know,
stop,
you can't.
'cause I'm very
It's-
confused on what you're saying.
Okay, so they asked about my mom. I could keep engaging with them because I bet they would. And
I think the engagement they want is, hey, you got the wrong number. I think that's their plan.
yeah, but then I was like, my mom died in 2014. What up? And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Well, that sounds like it wasn't even a scam. That sounds like somebody.
Nice person.
No, I think that they were still scamming.
Huh.
They were still smishing. I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
A polite smisher.
But the Smish, it doesn't make sense. The word
It's
Smish.
called smishy because it's
So is it SMS?
SMS. Yeah, SMS phishing combined.
No, they should
Smishing.
call it like tishing or something.
What?
Like text phishing.
Textishing.
But texting
fixing,
is
phishing.
SMS.
Let's just
Yeah,
call
but
it
nobody
scam.
calls it SMS.
That also sounds dirty.
What?
SMS.
Why?
Everything sounds dirty to you. Escort service?
No.
Yeah, you
What's
are on an
that?
escort service site.
What's that thing people engage in that's like,
you tell us.
Yeah,
What'd you
don't
sign
know.
up
Tell
for?
us.
He's on some-
SMS.
I don't know what that is.
But that's not what you're thinking of is not
Mike
dirty.
knows.
Why do you
Mike
look at me
knows.
that I know?
You're talking about people that like whisper.
no, like chains and stuff.
BDSM.
That's
Oh, yeah.
I told you
What is it? PDSM?
They're called freak offs.
No, but it's like what's it called though? When they do the sounds.
Oh, AMSR.
Yeah.
ASMR.
Oh, whatever.
There's
I'm
also a
dyslexic.
song with Rihanna, S&M, that you might be thinking
Oh,
of.
S&M. That's what it is.
No, that's SNL. That's on Saturday nights.
Well,
I
whatever.
feel like your travel week has been a little wearing on you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're a little drunk right
I'm
now.
lacking.
Jet
Yeah.
lagged.
Yeah,
Yes.
my brain is lacking. What was it? It's got a.
It was improperly well
deep.
irrigated.
my brain is lacking irrigation.
When'd you get in last night?
I got home at midnight.
Wow.
That's late.
Yeah, it was a little delayed getting out of California, and then we had a layover in Phoenix, and then
That
Yeah.
sucks. That makes sense, but that sucks.
yeah, it was.
That's
pretty,
rough. So
Respectfully.
what time did you get to bed?
Respectfully, that makes sense.
Well, I got in the shower, and probably 10 minutes later, fell
Really
asleep.
respectfully, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, deaf tired.
Makes so much sense.
What makes
Makes
sense?
sense.
What my brain?
That
Whatever,
does
you
make
guys. I was
sense.
ready.
That makes
you
sense.
came to
That
me.
makes
I
so
was,
much sense.
Wait,
Yeah.
but how does it make sense? Because today, the day that I'm lacking irrigation, I finally was ready.
I'll say this.
But I had to set
I'll
myself
say
up for
this,
success.
and I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna say one word: poop. Okay.
Oh, that makes
That's all you
sense.
gotta say. That's all you gotta
Yeah,
say.
that
those,
makes sense.
Hey, those that are big listeners, they'll soon see, and they'll reference back to this and go, "Oh, got it."
People with ADHD will appreciate this. Sometimes you just have to set yourself up for success. And I knew I'd already messed up multiple times, and I was like, I got to get this. I got to get it together. So not only I wrote it down on a piece of paper next to me, and then I had it up, highlighted in yellow, big yellow, the whole thing here. I can't miss it because sometimes
But
if
we're
I
not
know.
talking about that anymore.
Yeah, we moved on.
We
you-
moved on
No,
past.
but you brought up that things make sense. Like I'm a little.
but you
spacey
nailed
today,
that, so that wouldn't have been what it was about.
and I'm explaining how I nailed it. I had to like
No, we're good,
set
though.
timers and reminders.
I hate to tell you, this is
in
more
my-
interesting than your Smith story. If you'd have just gone about how you nailed
And
it.
nobody
Okay.
calls it SMS.
But that's how they came up with smishing.
I know, and I got it when you told the story, but then you tried to fit it in just casually.
Well, whatever. I'm just proud that all my little notes to myself and my highlighting and my bold, like it worked out. You came to me, I was ready.
Nice job. Ray, give me this voicemail.
This message is for Morgan. Morgan, you've got to finish the chair. You're from Kansas. The one thing about all of us Kansans is we don't quit. You've heard the phrase fight, grind, repeat. Do it for the B team, your home state, and most importantly, your parents. I know they didn't raise a quitter. You've got this, Morgan. I believe in you.
I'm
We're
not a
looking at
quitter.
you.
That's doing it for a lot of people. First of all, I'm not a quitter.
Well, there's
Second
a
of all,
chair out there that's
I
incomplete.
hear you, but like of all the lists of things that are going on in my life and things that I have to do, the chair is at the complete
Excuses.
bottom.
Oh man, sounds like a
There's
quitter.
no need.
You
It's,
let down Kansas. Let me list the
I'm
people
not
you
letting
let
Go
down
ahead.
anybody.
You let down Wayfair.
I'm not letting
Oh.
anybody down.
You let down the B team. You let down the Pope. You let down
Pope?
And your book.
Amy.
Your book.
No.
You let down. There's a lot of people.
You
Here's
let
the
down
deal.
K
You
State.
didn't let me down. I don't care.
I could care less about the stinking chair that's sitting out there.
Oh, you don't care about
And
Kansas?
Wow.
Your parents, they
No.
raised you better
Oh,
than
yeah.
that.
My
true.
parents also could care less about this chair. But if
Why are
somebody
you-
wants it, why don't they take it home?
I'm so like, why is she quitting? Like,
I'm not quitting.
This went from a like I can beat Eddie at building a chair to like just quitting.
It's just an incomplete chair that someone could sit in and hurt themselves. And you know whose fault that would be? Morgan's.
That's not true. So
And Kansas.
somebody could take it home if they wanted to. It doesn't need to sit there.
But it needs
I
to
don't
be
want
completed.
It. Yeah, but that's also why I'm not a quitter. If I wanted to take it home, I would finish it. But I don't care to take it home.
Okay, that didn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all. And I guess Wayfair, our sponsor, a great client, is just like sitting there.
Does somebody
in
want the chair?
purgatory.
Does somebody want to take the chair
If
home?
you finish it, I'll take it home.
I'll get to it.
We could. Here's what you could do. You could finish it. We could all sign it and give it to a listener.
Okay.
As a prize.
See, if there's a purpose for it, then I will
Okay.
finish it.
As a-
There
It'll be
is
just
no
like the
purpose
basketball.
for it right now.
As a
It's
prize. I'd say auction it. We could literally give it to somebody. I want to auction it. We'll give it to a listener as a gift.
like- okay.
Yeah, because we auction it's going to happen like Eddie did.
This basketball right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Then
I'm
for-
still there. All right, next one.
I just wanted to remind listeners, make sure if you're using a Google search that you're not clicking on the first thing that pops up in the search history. Oftentimes it'll say sponsored. I actually work for an insurance company, and our company, as well as many of our competitors, have been the target of website spoofing lately, which is a thing where cyber criminals will duplicate the website and steal the login credentials from the person that is logging in. If you are doing a Google search, make sure you are clicking on the correct organization that you are trying to access.
There you go. That's good to know. I rarely click the sponsored anyway because I just feel like that's not the actual best search. It's what somebody paid for. But I appreciate you sharing that,
I
Kelly.
did accidentally do that one time. I was trying to get a plumber, and I Google searched it, and I thought I was clicking on the one, but I clicked on the sponsored one.
But that's okay for the most part. She's
she
saying
made
just
it
start watching out now.
Sometimes the sponsored one's the one you're looking for.
Yep.
Like BetterHelp. Boom.
Yep.
Sponsored by. Oh, there it is.
Yep. But she's saying just be a little more aware because one of the new scams, they call it smishing.
Ah.
Stop.
Thank you.
SMM.
It's catching on, guys.
BDSM. Give me one more.
I called a few weeks ago asking about Bobby when his next book is coming out, and the conversation led to basically all my insider baseball questions. Yeah, I have my list ready if you guys are still interested or however that could work out.
So she didn't ask him on this voicemail?
No, because when we talked to her, we played a voicemail last time. You said, hey, get your list together. When you have it, let me know.
Okay.
And then we'll call her up and I guess let her ask the questions.
What if she just asked him on voicemail?
She can, I guess. Yeah. We also call her too and talk to her.
Okay, great. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to call her right now?
We could try it out. Yeah. I think that was the original pitch was, hey, let us know what you got and then we'll call you.
Okay. Let's not call her right now. I don't know what she's doing.
Okay.
I want to make sure. I want to get her good and focused. So we'll set it. We'll set it up.
We'll call her and see what works. Yeah.
We don't know if she got in late from Los Angeles.
Yeah, you never know.
Layover in Phoenix.
Never know.
I don't want to get roped into one of those. Yeah, we'd love to talk to her. Cool. Around the room, lunchbox over to you.
A man in Houston asked his neighbor, hey, can you help me move some of the furniture out of my house? I'm getting rid of it. So they're moving furniture, and there's some boxes in the garage, and he goes to move a box, get it out of their way, dead body in there.
No way.
Whoa.
No way.
Have anything to do with the guy that was there?
Yeah, the homeowner had murdered his contractor.
Why would the homeowner then have the guy anywhere near it?
Right, you
I
get
have
rid
no
of the
idea.
body.
Yeah, or you don't send anybody near the body if you know there's a body.
It was in the garage in a box, and they were
box?
moving furniture, and he went to move the box out of the way and found the body. And then he tried to attack the guy helping him move furniture, but luckily he got away.
Does it say how long the body was there?
It said like maybe half a day.
Oh, so it's fresh.
Oh, it was fresh.
It was fresh.
Also, why do you let anybody in your house at a place where you've done something criminal?
I would assume that he was getting rid of furniture that probably had blood on it.
Yeah,
and
but
he couldn't get it out by himself. I mean, I would assume that's just my.
then you chop it up and nobody ever goes.
Yeah,
near
get a
the body.
chainsaw, do something.
Yes,
Y'all
not even the
acting
body.
like
I'm talking about
that's
the
real
furniture.
Easy to chop up a body.
No, I'm talking about the
it's not
furniture.
easy.
Chop
No
up
one
the-
said body. Furniture.
Oh, I was picturing
Yeah,
body.
he needed help moving furniture.
Long flight.
Yeah, late night.
Right.
There was a body though.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But isn't that crazy?
Yeah. No. It's yes, but in my mind, I'm going. If you know there's a body there, why would you have anybody near where they could see that body? Right? Am I nuts?
No,
No, you're not nuts.
And how do you have a box big enough for a body?
Christmas tree box.
Oh, that's
yeah,
a good one.
That's a good one.
You know,
Anything else?
6 foot.
I mean, I would say one of those big plastic crates that you could fold a body up, depending on how tall he was.
You have to
because
cut it up a little bit.
You just fold it.
Fold the body.
I don't know how much.
I watched my wife get in one of my suitcases.
But a
It can
dead
be
body, does it fold? Like I feel like a dead body is stiff.
Not
yeah.
I don't
fresh.
think rigor mortis sets in after a day and a half or so.
Oh.
But like, what about like me? Like,
I need to see
normal.
will you see when rigor mortis sets in on the human body, Mike?
2 hours.
Oh,
Fully?
Its peak is in 6 to 12.
That's when you
Hours?
stiffen up.
Yeah, hours.
Wow. Okay, great point. Then you couldn't fold it if it was like, if it's tight.
Maybe fold them right away.
I'd take us all.
Do you remember when someone did that?
Nope.
yeah,
Oh.
Colton
On
Patania.
Dexter.
That guy.
Colton Patania.
I don't remember who that is.
UT campus. Jennifer Cave.
Those names sound lightly familiar.
It was his
In a bathtub,
girlfriend,
right?
and
Yeah.
he sawed her up and put her in a bathtub. But
Were
he,
you working in news then?
yes, and he bought that saw at the store my wife was working at. She wasn't working that day though.
Oh, that'd be really.
And apparently it
Bizarre.
disappears after a while. After 24 hours, it's gone.
So the guy's all
Yeah.
flexible
Oh, he's
again.
flexy. Okay.
And then comes back in at 48.
So like, I'm not flexible, but if I die, am I more flexible than I am alive?
No.
We
What?
find out.
Your muscles are still going to probably, for a day, it's not like all of a sudden you're Gumby.
Oh, I thought you could just do it. It just doesn't hurt. You know.
Well, your muscles are, let's say your hamstrings.
Like
Right.
you could make me touch my toes, but it's just going to hurt me.
Yep, but it's also going to be harder to. It's going to hurt you because it's harder to do.
Oh.
It's like a rubber
But
band.
I mean, if I don't
It's
feel
like
pain,
it's like a rubber band.
Tight rubber
Yeah.
band.
So, but
Okay.
you may not feel pain, but it's still going to be tough to pull because they're not built to stretch. Eventually, they'll probably release.
long flight.
Long flight. But you're not wrong.
Okay.
But in this time period, even without rigor mortis, the muscles are still, for the most part, going to remain what the muscles were. 6 months from now, I don't know what's up with the body. Probably smells bad.
For sure.
How long until it starts smelling? I feel like,
I'd say a day.
man, putting it in the garage seems kind of risky too.
Google that. Mike's going to get investigated for looking up all the dead body
Red
stuff.
flag.
How long till a dead body starts to smell?
Oh god, these searches are adding up.
Dude, what if somebody dies like around Mike and
know,
then look
I
at his
know.
Google search?
But we can play this.
yes.
We can play this and be like,
Well.
I made him do it.
Right.
What was it again? How long until
How
it
long?
smells?
Hey, hose long are you in the snow until you die?
You're like, it was a butt, Google.
Yeah. How long until a dead body smells?
It's a very weird question.
How's long?
Hose long.
Says it happens 3 to 5 days after death
Oh.
Okay, so you
that's-
got a
that's-
few
you
days.
got some time then.
during the bloating stages.
I hate the bloating stages. Even alive, I hate the bloating stages.
Terrible.
Thank you. Let's go to Morgan. Morgan.
Yeah, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, they might be living together.
Oh, I thought you were about to
I
say
thought they were
broke
already
up.
living together.
Yeah, I already assumed that.
Living together where? I mean,
So
Because I
they,
feel like, does she even live anywhere?
yeah. I just feel like you're always on the go when you're people
I think
like
she
them.
has a main home in New York, and then she has a home here in Nashville, a condo. But I think her main home's in New. I don't know.
Doesn't she have one like,
I think she has
fancy
many.
on the water?
Yes, in like
somewhere?
Rhode
Oh
Island
yeah.
or something.
What's the fancy
Ooh,
one?
yes,
Cape
I've
Cod.
seen that
Cape
one.
Cod.
No, it's not Cape Cod.
That's
Nantucket?
Massachusetts.
It's in Connecticut
Yeah, one of those states.
Greenwich.
Greenwich.
or
Yeah,
Rhode
yeah,
Island.
something
Is
like
it
that.
Hamptons?
The
Hamptons.
Hamptons.
That's another one.
We're just
That's-
guys. We're just saying crap. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's one of those rich
Yeah.
Northeast places.
You can tell we've not been to any of those places though. That's how you know we have not been to a single one of those places.
Wait, that one isn't rich though. I was on the beach. It was a public beach, and I
Where?
saw it. Where her house is up in Northeast.
What
It was
state?
It was Rhode Island.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And you guys all ran me over.
Nantucket.
So then I started to believe I wasn't right. So, but that's the one the stalker went to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she has it now, but
She has properties in Nashville, New York, Beverly Hills, and Rhode Island. I don't know where her main house is.
okay. Well, so Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, he was talking on his podcast, and he said they bought a house in Florida. He kept referring to we. He's like, we have furniture, we have all this stuff, and one of the other guys on it pushed him and asked like if he had any say in the decoration, and he like made kind of a flirty joke. It was like, oh yeah, it's better if I do, or something like that. So now all the Swifties are assuming they're living together down in Florida.
Florida.
Or they bought a
like
beach house.
Miami.
Boca
or-
Raton.
Florida's new. What'd you say?
Boca Raton.
What?
No one has ever said
yeah,
it like
Boca
that.
Raton.
No one has ever said that.
The most wonder-bred white person on this show from Kansas
Who says
sitting by Eddie
Italian?
too
hits
long.
Boca Raton with an accent.
That's what it's called, Boca Raton.
I've been sitting by him for too long.
No.
Late flight?
She says she's been sitting next to me for too
It's
long.
rubbing off on her.
It's terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see Travis Kelce got pretty hairy back?
How'd you
I
see
did
that?
not see that.
You see pictures of him getting out of the SUV?
Made me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, even he's hairy.
He has a lot of hair anyway, like everywhere, and his chest and stuff. But it's like,
You know,
yeah,
everywhere.
he does. Like when he takes his shirt off, like even when he's like practicing stuff, he's a very hairy guy. But I kind of liked it. Made it relatable.
You liked
Normal?
it?
You liked it?
Yeah,
What do
because
you
he doesn't
mean?
like wax his back. He's just like a dude. Even though he's rich, he's not having all that stuff done.
Oh.
He's just playing ball, duding it up
Yeah, with Taylor Swift.
with Taylor Swift.
That's pretty cool.
Eddie?
Jessica Biel, she was on The View talking about how she eats in the shower, and people were like, "That's disgusting. Who eats in the shower?" And even Whoopi Goldberg was like, "I can't be friends with you. Eat in the shower."
What does she eat?
Yeah, how do you eat in the shower?
She said nothing crazy, like protein bars, drinks her coffee in the morning while she's showering,
Oh, okay.
like stuff like that.
Food, though, is weird because it could get wet, unless you're talking about a bath. Because I do have one of those things that goes over the tub, like a wooden like bridge that you put stuff on. Laptop, a little
Hold
food.
on. While you're bathing,
Bath.
Oh my god.
while
But
you
shower comes down on top of you. That's where the food. Like I could see eating and then walking and getting get some shower. But yeah, no. While I bathe, I got all kinds of stuff on my table.
you take baths.
I
Like
take.
in a tub?
I love baths.
And you have your computer like in this point of a bath.
So you can
I mean,
watch
I'm,
something.
No, I don't. No, to work. Watch something.
You're working in the bath.
I have my laptop
What in
up
the
in the
world?
bath, and I
So
have
he's emailing you
sometimes
while
I
he's
get
naked, Eddie.
snacks.
They're supposed to be
Some-
relaxing and you're working.
What do you have? A charcuterie board? Like, what do you
Sometimes.
What
Well,
in the world?
it depends what the mood is.
Oh man.
You guys have never had one of those bridges that goes
No,
to the tub?
I have one of those, and
I
yeah, I
don't know
use
what
it
that
to
is.
watch shows.
If I'm using
What
my
in the
laptop, I'm not
world?
watching anything, though. I don't really watch my laptop. I do my phone or the TV.
Real question though, like, what do you use? Like Mr. Bubbles or like how do you get the bubbles in
no
there?
bubbles.
What?
don't
Just
know.
water?
Yeah, hot, warm
What?
water.
Not even a bubble bath?
Soap, though, right?
Yeah, I clean.
Something.
No, I shower after the bath.
But you just get in plain.
Just plain water.
Yes, hot water.
What in the world?
We're not laughing at you, dude. It's
No,
just,
we're not.
It's
I
just
just-
I
very
am. That's
different.
You need to.
I don't use bubbles.
What bath salts?
Oh, bath bombs.
No. Every once in a while, it depends on if my muscles are hurt. I'll do
Epsom
I'll do
salts.
Epsom salts.
Okay, I can get on.
Is that good for your whole body?
Hey,
Yes.
Ray, ask Rod how long he's going to be here because I need to talk to him.
be here. He needs to talk to you. Sure. Yep.
That's not an answer.
That's not an answer.
I mean, I'm supposed to have a call at 11. But
Okay.
11.
Well, I can't really. We have another like 15 minutes here.
Does
Ask
he need to move it?
No, ask him if he has 11:30
You have 11:30.
or 11:45. Does he have 11:45
11:45.
open?
11:30 is better. 11:30.
I have an interview at 11:20.
Okay.
11:35.
11:35. 33 would be great.
Okay, great.
Can't y'all talk about it here on the podcast?
Well, we could, but I'd rather not.
Okay.
I wish my wife would talk on the phone.
About your baths?
Yeah, because I just hot water, and sometimes I'll do Epsom salt, but I like to sit and then I take a shower after.
Yeah, that's fine. Even if I have soap in my, which I always do in my bath, I take a shower after.
Why are you guys critiquing how I?
Because I think it's just it's interesting that you just get in
water.
Yeah, hot
like
water.
no bubbles.
hot water,
Actually,
but
I
like-
get in and I'm just on cold bath like concrete. I don't get into a fully done bath. I get in and it's just a tub and then I turn the water on.
What? You fill it up
You
and then
put
get
your
in.
butt on just the tub?
Yeah, I get in from scratch.
That's so weird, dude.
Don't.
Yes, I
you
do.
just get in and let it fill up.
I don't think he's lying, Amy.
I don't think he is either.
Why
But
would I lie about something I know I'm going to get made fun of for?
I'm more
I
so
get in
just-
from scratch.
It's a.
I
what
sit
is
on the
it?
cold bath and then I turn it on and then I get the temperature just right and then I put I have a little pillow for my head and then I sit back and then I have the bridge over me. I don't always use the bridge, but probably 60% of the time. And then I have a laptop and I'll work from there. Sometimes I have a little snack.
Is
Sometimes
this an
I'll
every night thing?
no, probably twice a week. And sometimes
Twice a week, you
days.
just sit in the tub and let it fill up with water.
What in the world?
I don't know. Just it's interesting. Feels a little.
little wet.
It's just
Hello, hey, I'm recording
It's not bad, it's
this,
just different.
sending you a message. We're
Very
actually
different.
recording the podcast
Odd.
right now. If you send me anything back,
Weird.
an audio message, I'm going to play it, or you can just write it. But they think it's weird that when I take a bath, I get in the bathtub with no water and then turn the water on, and I'm in a cold tub until it fills up,
And he doesn't even put bubbles in it.
and then I don't
he
put
just
bubbles in
sits
it.
in water.
So I just sit in water. I tell
Like,
them sometimes
no-
I'll put bath salts in it, like Epsom salt,
Epsom.
if it's like. But and then at times there's like the bridge too that goes over the top that you can put like computer on, but they are really letting me have it right now because they can't believe I get in from scratch and take a bath. So
Like most people draw the water. And then
yeah,
get
I know
in.
most people draw water. Little House on the Prairie back in the 1820s.
Draw you a bath.
So anyway, if you want to defend me, feel free to. If not, you don't have to. All right, love you, bye. Boom. She probably will listen to that about 3 o'clock today.
Okay. Do you get
My wife is on her phone very little. Yeah.
do you get in the shower and then turn on the shower water?
No, because we have
Good
an issue with our
question.
we have an issue with our water getting hot quick, so I have to turn it on so it gets the water gets warm. But maybe I might do that. But we have some sort of a hot water issue where it takes a good 30 seconds for it to get warm, so I have to turn it on or it's cold.
So when you're in the bathtub, you're sitting in the cold for a little bit.
not water though. The water in the bathtub comes out hot.
Oh, it's just the shower.
Yeah.
Do you sit down at the kitchen table before you get your food?
We're all,
Please.
we're like, do you put the food in the pan before you turn the
Yeah.
stove on?
That's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
Like, well, you
Yeah,
know,
do you
like
put
if
the
you're,
Shaming.
chicken-
I don't cook crap,
That's true.
let's say that you are though.
but I don't know because I don't cook.
Do you put the milk in before the cereal?
No, I don't do that. I fill it completely with cereal, then pour the milk so it lifts. I like to watch it
Thank
lift.
God.
Yeah.
It just does-
That's a great point. Yeah, that's really weird.
It's like, do you
Everything back. What else can we do?
put the shaving cream on after you shave?
That's a funny one. Hey, that's a good one.
Hey, we're just messing with you, dude.
Sorry.
It's just it's a little weird. That's it. It's
Late
a little
flight.
weird.
This is probably not even top 10 of the weird things I probably do that I don't even know that's weird that I would bring up and you guys would be like, oh, golly. But my wife will hit me back up. How do we get on that?
Jessica Biel.
Oh,
She eats
I don't
in
know.
the
She eats in the
shower.
shower.
Oh, yeah, eating in the shower is weird because your food
But I
can
mean,
get
a
wet.
protein
Yeah.
bar. Okay, fine, I can see. I guess if you have a busy morning and maybe I'm sure her shower is big and she's got little cubbies
Oh,
where she
for
can
sure.
put
Oh,
the bar
probably.
and like put the
You
coffee.
like shower beers, though.
Yeah.
The best.
I mean,
Right.
After like mowing the lawn, it's awesome.
so I don't think she's in there with like eggs.
If she's having like Thanksgiving dinner in the shower
Turkey
and it
in
can
there.
get wet, that's probably weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Amy has a point. I
Okay.
don't think she's in there with eggs. So, everybody gone? Amy gone, Lunchbox gone, Morgan gone, Eddie
Yeah,
gone.
I went first, remember?
No,
She
you
was
went
ready.
second.
Well,
Bobby
I mean,
went-
first, other than Bobby, like I see him as like.
Yeah, and I haven't even done my real one yet.
But when we first started doing that, just out of nowhere, it's like brand new, and you're like, Amy, what's up?
Well,
and
I
I'm
would
like,
talk about stuff, and I would say
You always go first.
yes, and I would say everybody, we don't know what each other's gonna talk about.
I know we don't.
Have something,
And I would
I
have
could have
it.
gone to anybody.
Yeah, well, I would have liked to see you try to go to somebody else, see what
We-
they
we
had.
would have been
ready.
ready.
No.
Yes, they
It
would
was
have.
brand new.
We're ready.
I was ready. I just have lots of docs open on my computer.
Stay ready, never got to get ready.
Yeah.
Wise man once said.
That's right.
So yesterday we finished the show. I get a message from Tom, who's one of my managers, Tom Morgan #1, and he goes, "Hey, All American Rejects reached out. Do you want to go to their show tonight?" Like as soon as the show's over,
That's weird.
and I was like, "What?"
Because I DM'd them, they didn't even reply. They didn't
that makes
open it.
sense.
They didn't reply. Nothing.
So I said, "We were just talking about it." He goes, "Yeah, I know. I think they saw on your Instagram story that you had been posting about it, and they invited you to the house party show they're doing tonight." And I was like, "Well, what time?" And then he came over to the house because we had a meeting about 4 or 5 different things. And I was like, "Hey, what's up with the rejects?" He goes, "I don't know. They may have to cancel the show." And I said, "Well, what happened?" So then they posted this last night. "Hi, everyone. Unfortunately, someone in Nashville leaked the location. There's already a line around the block, despite us waiting and wanting to prioritize all of you who RSVP'd. We do not have the infrastructure to support the 16,000 RSVPs for tonight's party. We're currently unsure if we'll be able to play tonight for security reasons. If we do, we're going to live stream the event on TikTok so you can still enjoy, and very sorry to let anyone down." So they ended up not canceling the show, but so many people that were lined up around the block to get into a person's yard weren't able to get in.
Dang.
And so once I heard that, I was like, I'm not messing with that. There's going to be no parking.
Too many people.
It's going to be such a mess. They were so kind to invite me out. Morgan reached out. They hit her back.
What?
And they were like, because we were like, "Hey, come up." And they said, "What?"
Yeah, they said that they have another show today, so they were leaving right after the show last night to go to the next show.
Which is common in touring tour bus culture because what you do is you sleep on the bus as
Yeah.
it travels for the most part. So they did get back with us. They did even invite me out last night, which I thought was super cool. And then I was like, I'm not going to go. But Morgan was like, "Hey, if you want me to go, I'll still go." Because Morgan went to Tucker Wetmore last night. And I was like, "Don't worry about it. It's going to be a mess." But people found out this thing is blown up so big.
It's awesome.
I did have a friend there last night.
Really?
Yeah, and she was posting all kinds of content, and it looks so awesome. People were sitting on the house
On the roof. Yeah. And roofs around the house.
Yes.
So cool.
It's so cool. So Eddie texts me and goes last night, because I was in bed, and Eddie goes, "Grace Bowers just played with All American Rejects. I'm watching live." And Grace Bowers, when she played with us, I think she was 16 or 17, but she's a guitar virtuoso. I think she's 18 now.
$1 million show, right?
Mm-hmm. And so I didn't see it, and I said, "Send link." So Eddie sends this at 9:18,
And when did you respond?
9:22.
Okay.
Send link, 9:24. Send link, 9:36. Send link.
And I think the last one was caps.
Then I said, "I got invited to the show. I'd like to see it, but it was too late. Send link, 9:38. All caps, 9:40. Send a link." Eddie, 9:42. They might be done. I don't see it anymore.
I was watching, didn't I? I got to put the kids to bed. I had to put the kids to bed, and then by the time I got to your text, I'm like, yeah, let me click on the link thing, and it was like, nah, they were already done.
What's funny is my wife, if I'm on the toilet and I'm watching TikToks, my wife will text me. I never see it because it doesn't come over TikTok.
The text doesn't?
No. And so she'll
But
be
it
like,
comes over other
why.
things?
"What?"
Does it come over other? If
Yes.
That's
why
amazing.
But it
not
doesn't come over
TikTok?
TikTok, and I just assumed you were watching it, and it just never came over it.
Maybe that was it. No, but I was putting the kids to bed, so
How was the live stream?
awesome. Yeah, whoever they had streaming was front row. So it's that same angle right in front of the lead singer. Dude, it looks so freaking cool. I can't believe you got invited though. That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. They're touring with the Jonas Brothers in the fall, and maybe they'll come up then.
I did tell my kids like when we were they were streaming live. I'm like, you guys want to go? Like find this place? And they're like, yeah. Like they don't know All American Rejects, but the fact this is so big, they already know. Like we've been listening to their music.
It was in East Nashville.
I can't believe how many people RSVP'd to go. That's what's crazy.
This is one of the greatest grassroots marketing, getting people to care things I've ever seen in music.
But were they like a big band?
They had hits, but
it's just crazy because like you see these videos and everyone is screaming.
I don't even think the
lyrics.
passion was then like it is now,
Right.
because there wasn't social media though.
Okay.
Like there wasn't the ability to connect on a personal level from everywhere. You just heard a song, and if they came to town, you went to the show. And they had super fans, obviously, that loved the band. And I liked All American Rejects, but I wasn't 18 at the time. I was probably 25.
Yeah.
And I liked like Dirty Little Secret was awesome. I just remember they were like a punkish pop band from Oklahoma, and I thought that was cool because they're from Oklahoma.
So how old?
And I played them on the radio.
How old would their fan base be from back then? Because everyone looks pretty young.
Mike D.
It's like my age, yeah.
Okay.
But now they have like a newer fan base because everybody's watching them on TikTok.
Man, there's a lot of people here. I'm looking.
It's
at this.
crazy
Oh
how
my
many people
God.
were there last night. Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little hurt though. They didn't reach out.
Why would they reach out?
Well, celebrity.
Because I DM'd them.
You're hurt.
I mean, it's kind of weird. I DM'd them before Morgan did.
Well, I also DM'd him from the show account, so it wasn't.
I would think if you were DMing me, and since you follow nobody, I think it was a spam account, and like the pictures like him, like dark behind. I don't know if I'm All American Rejects. If I'm picking people to respond to, it's not somebody that follows 0 people, because I would think that's some kind of spam hacker account.
All right, maybe I need to change my picture.
I feel like spam accounts follow a lot of people, don't have any followers.
They do that too, but I'm just saying the 0 in it would hit me wrong. It goes, something's up.
Like you don't follow anyone?
Nobody.
That's so weird.
No body or nobody?
It doesn't matter.
Sounded like you said nobody.
Oh, nobody or nobody. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like he's calling me a
like
buddy?
No comma buddy.
Yeah.
Or nobody.
Don't call me buddy ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I want to do one other story about the UFO. I know. I'll wait to the end because I know you guys.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Yeah.
I know you guys got to roll your eyes. So this is from the Daily Mail. A UFO slammed into a U.S. fighter jet over Arizona, cracking the canopy, protecting the pilot, and forcing the $63 million plane to land.
Whoa, okay. All right.
According to the FAA, the F-16 Viper fighter jet was hit by an orange-white UAS, which stands for Uncrewed Aerial System.
Oh, I didn't.
They should put a C in there.
The uncrewed is one word.
Okay.
Uncrewed, no pilot. Hit the plane. Whack, cracked it.
So that could be a drone.
That's what it was.
Got it.
January 19th, 2023. Within a day of this collision, there were 3 more unidentified aircraft sightings over the Air Force Barry Goldwater Range, where the fighter was damaged. The document states no injuries were reported. But think about that. You're just flying. You're up in an F-16 Viper. Wham!
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a freaking drone. The jet, the $63 million jet is cracked. That ain't insurance ain't gonna fix that for $50.
Mm-mm.
What's the premium on that one? So, there's no evidence that this is like a space UFO, but they're still not saying even what the drone was. They're just saying drone. But wouldn't you just say drone if it were something you couldn't explain?
Yes.
You would just go, yeah, it's a drone.
A drone hit the plane.
Because physically there's damage, and you have to acknowledge the physical damage.
Yeah. That's like it reminds me whenever the fires were really bad in California and Canada let us borrow like one of their fancy planes that helps put out spread stuff to help with the fire. I don't know if it's water or powder or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like the red
it's
powdery
a
water stuff.
fancy plane. Like this plane's really expensive, and some idiot was like flying his drone to get footage of the fires and crashed into it.
No way. I didn't see that.
Yes.
Oh, no.
And it was on loan from Canada. So and
that's
then,
like getting a rental car and wrecking it.
yeah.
A very expensive
And so
one.
I think they figured out, who was piloting the drone, and I don't
no.
know if he's responsible for the
found
damage
it.
or what. Yeah.
That's a crazy story. Firefighters reminded the public not to fly drones near Los Angeles. Canadian firefighting aircraft was grounded and pulled from California after being hit and damaged by a drone. The drone was flying over the wildfires illegally. Here in Arizona, fire officials are urging drone operators to learn from this. But it's a big drone too. The plane looks crazy. It looks like one of those Snoopy planes. You know Snoopy, the Red Baron?
Red Baron?
Yeah. It looks like the Red Baron because it's dropping all the stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then
it's
the
just-
drone looks crazy too. It's big.
Like a crop
Especially-
duster.
No, dude, it's big crazier than a crop duster. It looks like friggin' Red Baron's up in that thing with the scarf around his neck.
Yes.
and the cap with
Yes.
the goggles.
But it just was so crazy because at that time you needed every tool you could get to help, and it was like one of the most powerful things on loan was then grounded because of some idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you one other question? Lunchbox brought this up, so I want to ask you. You talked about you had like bed bugs or some kind of mites at your house.
Yeah, river bugs.
River mag.
River bugs.
Okay. What happened there? Did you have to burn your furniture?
Yeah, you were going to burn your furniture, or you had to move because you couldn't get rid of them. It was impossible.
Yeah.
And did you burn all your furniture?
So we told
Buddy, he wants to know if you had to burn all your
Oh my
furniture.
gosh. So we told our pest control guy, he sprayed the exterior and the interior walls, and we bought Raid. And every time
Raid?
every time we saw him, we raided that whole area. And I haven't seen one in like 2 weeks.
That's
which
all
is
it took?
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
So
came
you-
on here and said you had to.
Clickbait, Eddie?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Eddie?
I
You
even
had to-
took a picture of it, because you wanted a picture of it to show to your guy, right?
No, but you said you were going to have to burn all your furniture and you were going to have to move because you can't get rid of them.
Wait, are you getting mad at him for being clickbait?
Yeah.
It's ironic.
But that's
Maybe he's just jealous he didn't think of it.
good point.
No. I mean, he came in here saying he was moving and burning
Is that
all
what
his
you
furniture.
think about? You're just like, what did Eddie say? And I can follow
How can
up.
I bring something
No,
up to make
but-
him look
but
foolish?
I was really like, oh, Eddie's
you
moving.
weren't.
Like if you come on here saying you're moving and you're burning all your furniture, I mean, I think the listeners probably wanted an update.
Well, we got it.
There you
Yeah,
go. There's
and
the
so-
update.
Here's
Right.
Really, he just needed a can of Raid.
But I did find 2 roaches in my house. It's not good.
But
Wait,
if it's,
how
if
are
it's
they not
wet
deterred by
and
the
warm,
rain?
yeah, it's super roaches. If it's wet and warm, you're gonna have bugs.
Yeah.
Like every restaurant I ever worked in, they had roaches in the kitchen, and it's disgusting. But if it's wet and warm, there's gonna be bugs. So
These are little roaches,
you probably
too.
have an environment that is easy.
Wet and warm.
Yeah, dude. Your house and
My
your
house,
butthole.
man.
Your house and your butthole.
No.
What?
There you go.
That's a country song. 2 things wet and warm. My house and my butthole.
That's disgusting.
My heart, my house, and my